Alright everyone, welcome back. This is actually going to be a 7-month update. I missed the 6-month update on the coatings here. And, I mean, I haven't washed my car in like 3 weeks. And then it drizzled the other day. So I mean, this paint is pretty messed up. So I'm just going to give it a quick wash here. We'll see what it looks like right now. I'm rinsing off with dirt. I don't have the GoPro. I'm just going to use my iPhone here. And so we'll just rinse these off and see what they look like. So you can see up front here, they all rinse pretty clean here. I think beadlock's pretty decent here. Like the Atom stuff is, like all this Atom stuff on the front's kind of gone here, but all these things are covered up in dirt. You can see the graphene stuff in the center, IGL, they're all kind of covered up. Seaport lights in the front. On the other side, it looks like Gian Mose is doing pretty good. And 22 PLE looks like it's covered up. So this is just the initial, you know, they're probably so contaminated by now. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash it. And I might hit it with an iron remover after that, and then we'll come back and then we'll see what it looks like from there. Kind of see what these coatings are doing at the 7th month mark. So I'll be right back. So now I'm on the other side of the car. I just finished washing it here, so it's got a lot of soap residue on here. I used the G-Technic W4, and so let's check out. I'm gonna put it on shower setting. So it's probably got a lot of, this shampoo does leave a lot of residue. So once we get through here, I'm gonna have to wipe it down. There's just too much residue from this shampoo. As you can see, Mose is fighting it off, but all the stuff in the center is completely clogged up. Even the 22 PLE sections clogged up. So all those sections are clogged up. Seaport's light's doing pretty fantastic. So I'll have to just wipe it down, which I'll do that. I'm gonna spray it down with some, actually I probably could do that right now. Let me just sheet rinse this thing. Actually, let me just rinse the entire car down because I got shampoo on here. So I'll come back with the sheet rinse and then we'll wipe it down, spray some iron remover. So what I was doing just not too long ago was actually spraying. I don't know why my camera just kind of bombed out on me here. So I'm spraying this with iron remover to see how much contaminants we have on here. It's a little cool. I shouldn't be using it at this temperature. But I had grabbed a towel and I made it damp on one side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna agitate the iron remover. You can already see that there's contamination on the roof here, and the reason why I'm doing this, just let me flip this, so let me actually get this, I'll just use the same side. The reason why I'm doing this is to loosen up any contaminants that are on the surface that are hindering the properties of the ceramic coatings. And so we'll just let that sit for a little bit. So you don't need to let it sit long. I think right now I'm just gonna let it sit for about a few more seconds here. You can actually see that we're getting iron on here. So I mean, I told you the top is contaminated on there. I'm gonna dump this towel in the bucket here. And then we'll rinse it off. So that's the reason why I kind of agitated, to kind of loosen up some of the contaminants that's on there. This thing's been bombarded for the last few weeks. 4th of July really killed these coatings because this car sits outside. A lot of these things were falling on the car, and I didn't wash it the following day, so there's a lot of contamination on the ceramic coatings, and there's some stains on there. All of them are stained, even the graphene one. So we've got some iron particles lodged in there. So I'm just go ahead and start rinsing it. If I can find the hose. And I have it on the shower setting, I believe. I do not. I have it in the shower setting. Let's just go ahead and rinse this off. Again, we've got a lot of residue on here. you can actually see that we've lost some hydrophobics here from some of the coatings in the center. Let's go ahead and sheet rinse this off. It's hard to do this with one hand. You just sheet rinse this off. I can reach way up there. And get most of the water off. Okay, so let me just grab my drying towel again. And I'm using a, whatever the heck rag company calls these towels. They're one of their new ones. Let me just go ahead and dry this off. And I think we've actually killed the graphene coating in 7 months. Okay, so let me just go ahead and flip it over to the gray side, or the dark colored side, and we'll clean up the other side. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to remove any surfactants that have been left behind by the coating. And you can actually see how stained, I don't know if you guys can actually see this, how stained these are. You probably could use a good clean. I may just clay it just for the heck of it with the fine grade clay bar. Okay, so that's wiped off. Let's go over this one section here. Okay, so let's see if we got any better performance here. Again, I'm going to go back in the shower setting. Just make sure that I'm on there. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and go for broke here. Okay, so just based on this, we've got Geon Can Coat here, which is kind of dead in the water at 7 months, lost a lot of its hydrophobic properties. This is Geon Synchro, I believe, and then we got Moe's. Moe's is doing really good. Wintupilli Insanity, which is not very impressive here. And then we've got HPC again, which is kind of lost a lot of its hydrophobics and kind of just became a sheeting type coating. We've got the Drexler at the very end here, which is still beading pretty good, and it's repelling pretty well. I think this one, which is the double coat thing, didn't do too well. And again, the IGL is right there. Again, lost a lot of its hydrophobics. Basically sheeting at this point. You can see it. It's really slow. This is the graphene portion. Again, lost a lot of its hydrophobics. And this thing's basically just sheeting at this point. C42K is right around here. And again, it's repelling pretty fast. It's lost a lot of its hydrophobics as well. But it's become more of a repelling sheeter at this point. It goes to show you how good it is compared to the graphene stuff. And then we've got the C-port slide in this section. Again, real fast sheeting. Over on the other side. I'm going to drag this hose here. Okay, so this section here was the Adams spray coating, which is basically it's basically gone at this point. Okay, here's the paint coating. Pretty much losing its hydrophobics as well. TiO2 I'm kind of ruling out, as I said. So I'm not even counting that one. This is beadlock, which is holding up really well. Look at that. Nice. Okay, and then we've got the jade ice, or jade quartz here, and jade ice on this section. That's jade ice. or jade quartz and the jade ice. Jade ice is pretty much gone at this point as well. It's kind of just died out. So let me see if I can find the mist setting. There we go. I missed all these areas here, and you can actually see how good the beading is of these products. So again, jade ice, jade quartz or purist, whatever the heck they are. Here's beadlock. Beadlock's holding up really well, 7 months. Over here is the Drexler one. That's the failed spot. IGL quartz plus. It's gone. I don't know. The hydrophobics are not that great. Here's the graphene one. Again, it's just kind of flattening out. Sea quartz UK. It's got some life still in it, and so does sea quartz light. As far as beading goes, the Adams paint coating kind of degraded quite a bit here as it's contaminated probably, and then I guess we got the spray coating, which is gone. Let's go to the other side and look at the beading of the whatever's there. And again, these are not top. Man, I have to drop my bottle of Iron X here. Okay, so here's Cancoat. Cancoat's struggling, but it's still there. Here's, I think this is Geon Synchro. I'll double check if it's Synchro here at this point, or if it's just Moe's. And then this is, I believe, is Moe's. Moe's got a lot better as it cured, and it's doing really well. Here's Insanity, which doesn't look that great, and then HPC, which doesn't look that great. So in 7 months, these things are pretty beat up. Like I said, 4th of July really took a beating on these coatings, and you know, the iron remover didn't really bring back a lot of the hydrophobics. Probably could use a quick clay. Maybe I'll try a fine grade clay bar. But again, that's at 7 months. This car sits outside 24/7, so it's exposed to all the elements. This is what we're going to get at 7 months so far, and we'll see who's still around at the end of the in January time frame when I redo this car. So again, thanks for watching.